What's going on, everyone? Platinum Beast coming at you with episode 14 of the Junk Silver series. So, yeah, let's get into it. Okay, guys, welcome to episode 14. Today I'm going to be talking about the Silver Statehood quarters. As you can see there, Tennessee on the bottom. Can't beat Tennessee, Nashville, music, country, rock and roll, everything. That's a great city. If you haven't checked that out, check it out. Nashville in the state of Tennessee, the Music City. But today, guys, I wanted to talk to you about the 90% statehood quarters and whether or not you should be stacking them. So, one thing to note about the statehood quarters is they usually come in mint packaging, right? Usually these quarters, they don't come in this condition, all kind of scratched up and scuffed up a little bit. They usually come in a plastic case with each year's releases in it. These were obviously taken out of those cases at one point and either spent or just played with. Maybe somebody got them as a present, they cracked them open, they played with them, maybe they spent them, maybe they just played with them, and they were found later. However, they ended up out of their mint packaging. That is how they got into my hand. I bought these already opened. I didn't open them myself or anything like that. And so because of that, I bought them very close to spot. Now, one thing about the 90% statehood quarters is they're not going to have hardly any, pretty much zero wear on them, other than scratches and scuffs and stuff if they're out of the packaging. But they're not going to have much wear, and they're a lot of fun to kind of collect and go after, especially in this state because you can play with them. So, I have one full tube. I've got about a half a tube with these included. And this is my full tube. So I'm just going to kind of show you guys this. And just kind of show you some of them up close. So like here we have New York. And these to me are really cool, especially to add to the stack because when I was a kid I thought it was cool when they released the state coins. I think I was like 7 or 8 or something in 99 when these coins were released. And so these were released into circulation as just regular quarters. I didn't know at the time they were releasing silver versions, but they did. And now these are in my hand. And I think these are really cool because each one has a different design. And because I got these so close to melt, I can't complain. In fact, there's nothing to complain about. These things are way cooler than just your average 64 Washingtons. But in regards to stacking, whether or not you should add these to your stack, keep them in your stack, have them in your stack, whatever. I think that if you can find them close to melt like I did, yes, go for it. I don't think they'll ever have a real collectability to them in regards to being out of the package and played with and scuffed and stuff. Maybe like a long time from now. But as far as right now, no. I don't think these are going to have very much of a collectability, especially being out of the package. But if you are stacking, you are buying these for silver value, not for collectability. Will they be collectible one day? Maybe. But that day will be far, far off if it ever comes. So you got to think in the here and now when you're buying these. So buy them at or close to melt if you can. And yeah, just stack them. Because these things are pretty awesome. They are super shiny and they are super great. And my favorite state quarter is, of course, my state. 1999, established in 1788. Super cool. Super cool quarter. wisdom, justice, moderation. That's Georgia to the fullest. We were originally known as a penile state, a state where they sent all the criminals to be thrown in prison and put to death and stuff. Fun fact about Georgia, you can be tried as an adult at the age of 17, which means you can be sentenced to death at the age of 17, unfortunately. Well, I guess if you're a murderer or something. Anyways, it's not that unfortunate. Maybe you shouldn't have murdered, but it is pretty controversial in Georgia how strict we are on the death penalty, and there's been all kinds of things, but I won't get into that now. I love my state. I love this state. It's a great state. I was born here, raised here, and you just can't beat good old Georgia. And surprisingly, I bought these without knowing which states came in them, and I got down to every single last state and was like, there's no Georgias. And I found one at the bottom, and I was like, wow, the last one I checked, Georgia. So that's another cool thing about these quarters is you can kind of just look for your state in them, especially if you buy like a random bunch. You can try and find your state. Some of the states, I guess, are more common because there were more of that year's series minted, but as far as their silver content and stacking, stack it on up. What's also kind of fun is I hope to get more of these in the future, especially this close to spot. If I do, I'll try to make full tubes of single states, which I think would be really cool. Like if I had a whole tube of Michigan. As you can see here, I've got 2 Michigans. If I had a whole tube of Michigan, that'd be pretty epic in my opinion. So, anyways, I love these things. I think everyone should pick these up if you can find them close to spot. They're a great thing to have. They have very little wear, so the argument people make against Morgans or Barbers doesn't apply here. And if you can find them close to spot, they're really the best bang for your buck in regards to collectability, silver content, and everything. So, yeah, guys, thanks for watching episode 14 of the Junk Silver series. Until next time, we will see you.